And that's what I loved when I moved here. Very different. Chicago Cubs lost every fucking day, right? Lost all the time. They would still sell out 44,000 at Wrigley Field every day because it was a party.
That's that Midwest attitude, too.
Never have I ever heard a boo at Wrigley Field. Honest to God. Hand to God. They were the lovable losers. The Cubs are always the lovable losers. We'll get them next time, guys. Next time. Yay. We're having fun. Philly, very different.
What about White Sox fans?
White Sox fans are kind of scumbags, if I'm being honest.
Welcome back to Brew That Podcast. I'm your host, Richie Tablin, joined as always by Evan Blum.
What's up?
So tonight we have on a very special guest, Pete, a.k.a. the Sheffield Shuffler. Welcome.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
Yeah, I think everyone, you don't really need much introduction. You have a much larger audience than we do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have hundreds of thousands of followers.
Yeah, I literally make stupid videos on the internet.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's a great job.
Even if people don't know you, they've seen you before. I told my friend that you were coming on tonight, and he was like, "Who is that?" I showed him. He's like, "Dude, I know exactly who this guy is."
Sure. Mm-hmm. So I do a lot of Philly stuff, sports stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are kind of like the. We've had Enterprise Sports on. Mm-hmm. We've had Chase U on. Chase U, I think, is more kind of food, but Enterprise Sports is kind of more in the vein of what you're doing, where it's sports focused kind of. I don't want influencer is such a weird word, but
can I tell you how much I fucking hate that word? You guys agree?
Yeah.
You could disagree. That's fine. I fucking hate that word.
Yeah, but how else am I supposed to describe it? You either barstool, but it's how else do you just
content creator, artist,
right.
Visionary,
anything
other than influencer.
Yeah.
And I hate the word cringe, but it makes me fucking cringe. You're not influencing anybody.
Yeah.
All the people that are like, I'm an influencer.
Yeah, it's very different.
Bothers me. I'm just like, no, you're not.
And you do some blog. I guess blogging, with sports blogging is probably closer, but it's just video blogging, kind of.
I have a website, but I'm a one-man operation. So
yeah.
I can't write blogs and make videos and do all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm trying to build out the team. For now. So
nice.
But yeah, that's the footprint, right? Is if you want to be a sports media company, there's blogs, then there's video content that goes.
You gotta have everything.
Yeah. So it's hard to do it as a one-man show, but I'm giving it my darnest,
So let's just get it out of the way. The name Sheffield Shuffler, for me, until I started looking you up today, I always thought you loved Gary Sheffield.
I get that a lot, yeah. I could pass for half black, apparently, because people think I'm related to him. They're like, are you Gary's kid? I'm like, no.
Oh, you're pretty big.
I'm not. They're like, are you Asian? I'm like, no, I'm not Asian. I'm not half black. I lived on the corner of Sheffield and Addison. I'm from Chicago, born and raised. I don't know if you could tell by the way that I talk, but everyone's like, yo, you're not from here. I'm like, yeah, no shit, dude. I don't sound like you Delco kids. But I live on the corner of Sheffield and Addison. If you don't know, Sheffield and Addison is 60 yards away from Wrigley Field. It's right fucking there.
Is that where you grew up, or you just
No. I grew up in the suburbs.
Okay.
Then I went to college, and then I got my big boy job in the city. Moved, to the city just like everybody else.
Yeah.
I lived in Wrigleyville, and that was
Is that party town all the time?
The biggest, the best. I'm telling you. And I don't I'm not, because I'm 37 right now, so I don't party, I don't go to the city and do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it would be equivalent to here in Philly, but Wrigleyville is the spot.
Well, it's if the stadiums had a bars around it that wasn't just Xfinity Live.
Yes.
Stateside Live or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. So corner of Sheffield and Addison, that's where my place was for 5 years. I'd be hammered coming home from the bars, and everybody has a stoop. It's the stoop's the place to hang out. All my buddies drinking on the stoop. And then I would come home from the bars, and I'd be walking like this, shuffling. They'd be like, there he is, shuffling home, the Sheffield Shuffler. And then I was like, I fucking love that.
That's a great
dude. I'm like, I want to use that for my brand later in life. And then I did. So that's the vibe around my, if you see my stuff, I say it's sports and regal debauchery. When you say regal debauchery, regal is kingly, and then debauchery is terrible, stupid stuff. So That's like the vibe. It's very like Barstool-esque, but you know,
It's not just Barstool. It's just they've become like the Band-Aid of whatever you're doing now.
They're like the pirate ship, right? It's kind of like that, but like it's also you're not copying. It's just like that's just the vibe. It's like I'm frat boy, or you know, I played rugby, so it's like the same thing. Yeah, it's like I'm
sports, drinking, lifestyle,
partying, that kind of stuff.
So when did you start doing this stuff there? Did you take the name immediately and you're like,
no, but I did have like a vision board while I was there.
Okay.
Because I wanted to do it. Like I had the vision in my head, had the website layout, like things I wanted to do, Babes in Blue. That was what I wanted to call like a piece.
Yeah.
It was like the hot chicks that came. Cause like
what did Barstool call it? They had like the, something about Fridays or something. They had a piece that was
like hot chicks.
Yeah. It was like one angle that was kind of like that. But it's some alliteration thing that they did.
Sure, yeah. I want to do like Babes in Blue because like during the Cubs game, like I'm right in the middle, and there'd be all the Cubs fans, it's hot chicks in blue shirts, all wearing the Cubbies. So that kind of stuff. Yeah. And that's kind of like what I based my brand off of, like that whole idea of Sheffield shuffler, shuffling home drunk, and being around sports and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Did you start it off? So at some point you said your wife is from South Jersey, so you moved back with her.
Yeah. She moved out to Chicago with me, you know, to like set stuff up. We were not hanging out. We were engaged and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Then we were like moving out here, set up shop, have kids, do all that stuff. So we moved out here like 4 years ago, and that's where I ended up in South Jersey. And I love it here.
Is that when you started doing all the content?
Like seriously. And like when it started picking up steam, like I established it. Like I was telling you earlier, it started out as like a merch brand.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good with drawing, so I was like, I want another revenue stream. Like, how can I do this? And I see people selling T-shirts, like
especially right by the stadium.
Yeah, but like even online, like your reach is so much bigger. I don't even have to be there. So I would draw stuff. I have like a Wacom pad, and I would draw, and I would make T-shirts, and then I would like sell them like on my social media. And like I graduated from Second City, like for the improv program. So I'm always been involved with like
Second City. That's the one that like everyone has come out of.
Everyone, Chris Farley.
Yeah, how does Carrell. What is that? Can you explain that a little bit?
It's like, improv program. It's acting. It's
but is it class? It's not like a
classes. Classes.
Like a troupe where they like performance.
They have troops. Yeah, so you have to go through the classes. Like there's a year-long program for you to graduate from the improv program, and then another stage you would go, and then you could try out for a troupe and stuff like that. Then there's acting classes that you can take. So it's just like a collective place for people to be creative and like follow their passions, whether it's improv or acting and stuff like that. And like you walk in there and it's like, you know, you see John Belushi, you see John Candy, you see Steve Carrell. You're like, shit, like these guys walked through here. Like this is awesome.
Yeah, they
like,
ran stuff in comedy scenes.
So it was like a very cool, creative environment. You get to meet cool people, network, stuff like that. So that's kind of like where it started, and then my video stuff kind of went from there. I've been making videos since like 5th grade, dude. I got ding dong ditch videos like on my camcorder, ding dong ditching these old guys.
Do you have YouTube videos that are still from like 2007?
Oh yeah, but they are not PC. If they found them, I would get
canceled. I got you.
Yeah. Like
it's a different internet back then.
Yeah, exactly.
So your stuff is really clean. Did you go to school for it, or it was just that where you learned how to like edit? And I'm assuming you're doing all your own editing. And
I do everything myself. Yeah. So in high school, I learned on Final Cut Pro. And you remember that?
Yeah.
Final Cut Pro. That's where I started on in high school. Like I said, I've always been involved with this. But then I just taught things like myself, YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I learned graphic design. I do all my graphics by myself, all my video editing. So I've always been very familiar with it, and it was very easy to pick that up. So yeah, it was just really like YouTube stuff to get to like where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Got a nice camera. Figured out how that works, and I'm like a not a stickler, like a snob. You know what I mean? Like would you say you're a beer snob?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
So, well, I'll say this. Yes, I'm a snob, but I'll drink anything. But it's just like,
but you know what's
right?
Yeah. I feel the same way about either content or video. Like, I can make a green screen video.
Yeah.
Anybody can do that, dude. Anybody has a fucking iPhone.
Yeah,
They can
that's what I do.
What you? No. I'm not.
I know I
saying
suck
that.
at them, but I'm just getting started.
But
You gotta start somewhere.
there's also a place for that. Like
Yeah.
those bang.
Oh, 100%.
Those bang. But I'm like a snob when like you guys have a very highly produced setup.
This is good. When I produce stuff, it's like, the fuck is this? But when I see your content, it's just like, it looks like something, I mean, your stuff is a little bit more racy than like what Fox or something will put out, but it looks like professionally made.
Right, yeah. And that's my lane, right?
Yeah, with like the beat cuts and like everything else that's like very smooth. You have like moving graphics.
Yes, dude.
I know a little bit. I know a little bit.
Talking about. But yes, yeah, highly produced. It looks well, 4K video, and I talk the way that I talk.
Yeah.
And I would never be on, ESPN or Fox or any of those things.
Do you ever do stand up?
I have done stand-up.
Do you think?
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think it's come from more of like a comedy thing or a sports thing?
What is?
Your content, like, was it more of like you wanted to be like a comedy thing, or like a personality, or like like strictly sports focused?
So the detriment to my brand is like I do everything, right? A lot of people will have a niche. I don't subscribe to that. I look at it like I am the niche.
Yeah, it's just you.
It's just me. I like doing skits. I like doing random stuff. If I think something's funny, I'm going to record it. I'm going to put it out. I don't care how it does.
Were you doing skits from the beginning? Because I feel like skits have have become much more popular in the last couple of years.
I've done skits from the beginning, and that's the stuff on my other YouTube that is, stuff. If they found that, they're like, oh,
a little hairy.
This guy was onto something. But yeah, like I love skits. I was in improv. Like I love sketch comedy.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle, Key and Peele, like all that skit stuff, awkward comedy, timing, delivery. Like I studied all that stuff, and I love it. So yeah, like I like making skits. My brand is obviously like sports focused, but I'll put out whatever I want to. I don't care. I don't care how it performs. If I think it's funny, I do it for myself.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care what anybody else thinks. Especially now on social media, your audience will find you. It's interest based, right? It's not just like social media where it's like all the algorithms have moved from it's like, oh, you follow me, that's who only sees it. Now it's like, oh, this bangs, I'm going to push this out to whoever
Your
else.
stuff is high quality enough that it starts to hit like the algorithm, that it gets to other people, and then other people just find you naturally.
And not even, it doesn't even have to be high quality. Some of the shittiest videos I have are green, like just green screen videos that bang.
Yeah, but your personality is funny. It's either...
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if that's how it goes, then yeah.
Hey, brewery or small business owner, are you tired of navigating complex brewery accounting and taxes on your own? Staying up late working on financials and getting your finances in order after a whole workday? At the Beer Accountant, they understand the unique financial challenges of the craft brewing industry. They're a CPA dedicated to helping breweries like yours thrive, with services ranging from qualified bookkeeping, business tax prep, to strategic financial planning. Stop wasting time on spreadsheets and focus on what you do best: making great beer and running a small business, servicing over 50 breweries in 4 states. So if you own a brewery or small business, stop overpaying for reactive support and start being proactive with the Beer Accountant. Don't brew that IPA without this CPA. Visit beeraccountant.com to learn how their specialized expertise can help your brewery grow, profit, and succeed.
So when you moved here, so you're wearing an Eagle sweatshirt.
Yeah.
From Chicago.
Fanatics, shout out, dude. Thank you. It's pretty dope, though.
They gave you that?
They should have sized up. So a little tight.
They gave you that?
Yeah. Fanatics, me and Fanatics, dude. Like, they are the fucking best. They brought me to the Phillies playoff games.
Damn.
I went to do Fanatics athlete immersion last weekend in New York City.
Nice.
It was like a WNBA player. I got to film her. Met Dexter Fowler, who's like a legendary Cub. So yeah, Fanatics, like, bro, like, they don't ask anything from me. They just like send me shit. They'll invite me to stuff to go create content, and like that's awesome. So I'm happy about that.
That's sick.
So you do a lot of Philly stuff. I mean, in the Philly thing, were you a diehard Cubs fan?
I am. Yeah, I love the Cubs.
Okay.
Yeah. I was telling you, I assimilated to the culture from Chicago. Chicago is the best city in the country in my point of view. It's biased, whatever. I think it's the cleanest city. It's the most well manicured. My parents live there. It's where I'm born and raised. I'll always love Chicago.
Yeah.
Always love. I mean, I am Chicago. I don't hide that. I don't hide that at all. I always tell you, I'm from Chicago. I'm not from here. But my brand is here. I live here. I'm raising my children here. I pay taxes here.
You're going to fight against the current here.
You know what I mean? But all the opportunities for stuff, I came here and I want to take over Philly sports. I want to take over the Philadelphia Phillies. I want to be the voice of the Philadelphia Phillies fan base.
Yeah.
I'm working to do that, and I'm doing a pretty good job. All the Philly videos I put out, they get shared a lot. Like, I'm trying to be the voice.
It's not just Phillies. You're like very baseball heavy. Like, you do, like technical stuff and rules.
Baseball is my biggest passion. That was the first thing I ever fell in love with.
I think everyone leans into football. And, you go into baseball. Like, baseball is like always behind the curve as far as social media.
Sure.
Like, you kind of lean into that. And
I like it
for yourself.
I like it too because like when you're an announcer. So we had Kate Scott on the podcast.
Oh yeah,
and Kate. Obviously, she's from California, but like when you get a job, like you kind of just go where the job is. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like to your advantage, like you can create that job for yourself in this market. You know what I mean? So that's super like that's something that you couldn't really have the option to do if you're like really trying to work into the news broadcasting, like in a traditional sense, but you can make that happen on social.
Right. And like I live here, so I'm going to cover the sports here. And I was telling you, like, I moved here at the greatest time in the Eagles franchise history. I watched the Super Bowl win with my wife in 17. I watched the Super Bowl here. I moved here 21. Kyle Schwarber, former Cub. Nick Castellanos, former Cub. So yeah, I fell in love with the team. I'm not I wasn't born and raised here, but I make that very known.
Yeah, but now it's home.
Now it's home, exactly. Like I said, I'm raising my family here.
Yeah.
So I pay taxes here.
Something else too is like, and I feel like we've seen this on the pod at least. Philly and Chicago they feel very similar, and I feel like they've always had a similar vibe as far as like the gritty sort of like they're gritty towns. They care a lot.
It feels a Midwest city that's just not in the Midwest.
Yeah, and like the rivalries aren't like crazy, so you don't really fucking hate each other. Like
that's why it was easy. Like I'm saying, I didn't move to Green Bay. I would never root for Green Bay or the Brewers or anything like that. There's no affiliation. I've never had. I never
Also,
thought
the Cubs sucked for so long, and there's no hate.
Yes, exactly. So like, there's no animosity.
And when they got good, everybody was rooting for them. So
right, exactly.
Like everybody in Philly was a little bit of a Cubs fan.
But there are very different. I would agree with you when they say like similar, because it's always almost looked at as like a little brother, right?
Yeah.
There's New York, LA. Those are kind of like, those are the hubs or whatever. And then it's like Philly, Chicago. Those are kind of like second city. That's what they call Chicago, second city. But very similar in a way. So the sports are very different. And that's what I loved when I moved here. Very different. Chicago Cubs lost every fucking day, right? Lost all the time. They would still sell out 44,000 at Wrigley Field every day because it was a party.
That's that Midwest attitude, too.
Never have I ever heard a boo at Wrigley Field. Honest to God, hand to God, they were the lovable losers. The Cubs are always the lovable losers. We'll get them next time, guys. Next time, yay! We're having fun. Philly, very different.
What about White Sox fans?
White Sox fans are kind of scumbags, if I'm being honest. I mean, most of them are firemen and police officers, but they are the South Side. They are more rough. They are blue collar. They are. They don't. I mean, look at the stadium, dude. There's not the support there.
No,
Wrigley Field's very different. Wrigley Field's an experience. It's, used to be U.S. Cellular, then it was Guaranteed Rate. We call it the G Spot. Now it's whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, so very different. And yeah, you have two baseball teams in one city.
I thought it was Wrigley Field. Is that just the name of the field?
No.
the town, right?
I'm talking about the White Sox. The
Oh,
White Sox were U.S. Cellular,
Gotcha.
Guaranteed Rate. Yeah, so they've changed names multiple times.
Guaranteed Rate.
Yeah.
That does not roll off the tongue.
No, that's what we call the G Spot.
Like the stuff that you're doing is like all over the place. Did you start off as green screen stuff, or like was it just like you hot takes on sports?
No, it was always not always, but like I'll get like notifications of like old videos and stuff, and it was always like commentary on the Cubs or like just trying to like find my footing.
Yeah,
because I started in 2020. So like what was going on in 20? It was just like the pandemic, and everyone's kind of like figuring out. So not social media, but like
Yeah,
It wasn't
if I guess-
TikTok.
Reels just started.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like, hey, how are we trying to figure this out? So a lot of it was just like me breaking down Cubs games. Like I'll get stuff like that. I'm just like, holy shit. And it was like, horizontal, wasn't even like all vertical. So you seen it's just like from where it was to where it is now, very different.
Yeah.
It's like a learning curve. You're not going to get there from step one. You got to get there later.
Yeah, so you did improv class before this. Have you always been comfortable in front of the camera?
Yes. Yeah. Like I said,
Like
like,
microphone, like in public, like when you do like man on the street stuff, is that natural to you?
yeah, I don't care for man on the street stuff that much. But being on camera, making videos, like
I mean, you have the who is it? Xavier, who's the wide receiver on Carolina with the funny voice?
Leggett.
Yeah.
Yes.
Xavier Leggett.
Yeah. So we went to the Kentucky Derby, interviewed him. But yeah, very comfortable on camera. We make I made videos in high school. We were in like the school movie. It was like they had like the Oscars. Right?
Yeah.
We made a movie about like a vase that got broke, and so like I've always been into creating movies and being creative. Like that is a very big part of who I am, is like being creative or having an idea in my head. I have a lot of ideas in my head, like a vision with music to it. And then I'm like, all right, we need to put this on camera in a certain kind of way. So that's kind of how I create my sports videos, essentially. It's like, all right, I like this B-roll. We're going to have him voice over and then cut to this. And yeah, pretty much.
Nice. And then like you're putting out content like immediately. Is that just you watching sports, or like do you have some like secret, like who do you follow? Do you think that is like, do you have like people that you're following that you're getting content from as far as like reporters and stuff?
I mean,
Is it just you watching the live sports and then it's just your take on the live sports?
Yeah, I mean, I'll wake up and I'll watch my sports, mostly MLB Network. I'll put on MLB Network, see what's going on. I'll either make notes. I work for a sports betting company, so
Who's that?
Steady Picks.
Okay.
So they're Philly based and it's all like sports betting stuff.
You're doing content creation for them, or
yeah. So I've been like a content creator for 5 years. I worked for Playmaker, I worked for Sports Grid, and now I work for Steady Picks. So I've been creating
How
content.
are you as a gambler?
Like average. Like anybody that tells you different is lying to you.
Yes.
Okay. So that's why when I put on my videos, it's like, yeah, dude, I'm not a pro. That's why I make videos on the internet. Like,
Yeah.
then don't take my picks. I don't care. But at least I'm going to give you 3 or 4 good reasons why you should take it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't hit,
And that's a better
okay.
reason than any other. So
And if you can give me 4 or 5 reasons why it was bad, salute to you. But if you can't and you just talk shit, then all right, I win.
yeah,
I gave you 4 good reasons.
yeah.
So take it or not, I don't care. But yeah, I'm average.
Yeah.
Just like everybody is, dude. Everybody's average.
It's a crapshoot. So you do football too.
Yeah.
Is it just football?
Football and baseball. That's all I watch. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch soccer. And I don't pretend to know about all the other stuff. Like I was telling you, I like to do everything, but I also like to stay in my lane. Like I'm not going to tell you about soccer or boxing or whatever.
It also, like when you focus in, we talked about in the last podcast before you. It's just like when you focus on like a smaller thing, like do it with baseball. It's like a lot of people try to do every sport. If you try to focus on baseball, you're gonna get much larger, much faster.
Yeah, and I want to be taken not seriously, but like, yo, that's the baseball guy. That's, this guy covers the Phillies. This guy talks about baseball. Like, that's what I want, my overarching, like, this is the baseball guy. Like, that's what I want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, baseball's, like I said, it's my biggest passion.
What do you think is gonna happen to Castellanos?
He's going to be gone.
Yeah, he's leaving, but nobody wants him.
But they're going to try and figure out how much of the contract they have to eat before they trade him to somewhere else, because he's still valuable, especially to a shittier team. So I think they're just going to figure out, hey, we're willing to eat 15 million of this contract, 10 million. You take the other half, whatever it is. And if they can't find a suitor, then they still have depth in the outfield, which is going to be terrible because Nick likes to play every day. So that's going to be an issue.
Who's the guy they just signed today?
Adolis Garcia. Oh, today?
Yeah, it might have been Adolis Garcia. Maybe it was yesterday.
It was yesterday. I think I made a video on it. I think it was yesterday. Adolis Garcia, he came from the Rangers. He's a right fielder. He was the ALCS MVP in 2023.
Oh, wow.
He was very good in 2023, and then 2 seasons after kind of went down. as far as his numbers go. So this is a prove it deal, 1 year, $10 million. That's what they paid Max Kepler. And a prove it deal. The guy's jacked, dude. I don't know if you've seen
Is he the guy with the enormous head? Somebody?
Yes,
was it you
that
or
was
somebody
photoshopped.
else?
Yeah.
It
But
was
the one that
photoshopped?
looked like Megamind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, this could
Like,
not be
there's
real.
No way. There's
Yeah.
a hat that fits that head. Yeah. So it was Photoshop, but it looked like Megamind. He also might have been on steroids, and that's why the numbers dropped off after 2
I think
years.
everyone was steroids.
Maybe. I love steroids, dude. I fucking love them. Let everybody take them. I don't care.
And they're testing, and if you're taking steroids and you're not getting caught, you're probably not taking enough for it to be dangerous, and like whatever, it's just part.
Yeah, or you're cycling in the right way and you know when you're getting tested and your masking agents are really good. I mean, there's a ton of ways to get around it. They've obviously, have made a big push on making sure that that's not happening as if it were in the 90s, which was very
It's been
different.
Mark McGuire's, but people are still massive.
Yeah, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire, yeah, Rafael Palmeiro.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I feel like I don't know. People have steroids were so big in baseball, and everyone's so against them. And like now, I feel like we have the same opinion as most people. That like everyone's kind of like, I'm not totally against it.
I'm not, because I really don't care, dude. I mean, look at WWE. All those guys are roided out. Who cares, right?
So this is the third or fourth podcast that we brought up wrestling. I'm a huge wrestling.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I was going to bring it up, but I was like, I'm going to hold myself.
Hey, do you think John Cena is clean?
Yeah, I was gonna
At
say.
this point, maybe, because he lost a lot of.
Yeah.
If you see him at 2025 versus 2011.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
What did you think about a guy named Gunther just ending his career?
Okay, so I do love Gunther. I think he's a great heel. I don't like Cena tapping out.
Right.
I think they could have had him pass out. I think that would have been totally okay because
Right.
that goes along with Cena's character, never give up.
Never, right.
But him tapping out hurts because that was like my.
His face is super
superhero.
tricked out with like the big baby face is so funny.
But it also, it gives. Oh my God! It gives WWE a story to tell for the next 10 years. I
Well,
would
they
say.
can bring him back and do some other stupid shit. He retired, but like,
He made it very clear that he's not back, right?
yeah, but it's wrestling, right? Like that.
He'll come back and like
It'll be more. It's more dramatic now, and I think like guaranteed it wouldn't come happen.
I don't think it's not gonna, just based off of it. There's no way it's gonna happen. There's no way that will happen. I don't think so. But it gives Gunther like they're gonna tell his story for 10 years, and now he's the guy now, sort of thing.
Okay, because I'm a casual wrestling fan now.
Yeah.
When I was 14 years old, heavy. Kevin Nash.
Okay.
Sting, Lex Luger.
WCW.
WCW, Macho Man, Hogan, Raven.
Monday Night Wars. Were you part of that?
What's that?
Were you watching Monday Night Wars and everything?
Monday Night Wars?
It was like Nitro versus Raw.
Nitro, versus Raw. Yeah. I don't know if my parents thought that Raw was like too hard because there was like chicks in bikinis and stuff. But I was okay to watch WCW. They weren't, I think, crazy about WWF when Stone Cold was like, yeah. They were just like, my mom liked Ric Flair. So, yeah. She's like, woo! She's like, he's funny. Like, yeah, he is funny.
I feel like you bring like kind of wrestling personality though. Like you have a lot of energy.
Oh, I definitely do. Yeah. Probably, I mean, more so earlier in the day because, like I said, I got 3 kids.
You have
Later-
3 kids under 3.
Yes. Yeah.
Damn.
So I try not to give myself too much credit, but if I'm doing as much as some of these other content creators and I'm like, I have a mortgage, 3 kids, full-time job, and I'm doing all this shit, I'm like, I'm fucking running laps around you kids while you guys are getting fucked up. I mean, I am too, but you get it.
Yeah, this is work.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's happening now? Like it's not baseball season; it's just football season.
Well, yeah, there's MLB Hot Stove.
What's hot stove?
It's like all the trades. Like Adolis Garcia.
Okay.
Like when something like that happens, a free agent gets signed. Like there's a couple more free agents, right? They're waiting to get signed. Who's
Yeah.
going to sign on what team? How much? How many years? How much money? All that shit. So it's like worth monitoring. And then obviously football stuff.
Yeah, I mean football's just now starting to heat up, and the Eagles looks like they didn't suck this week. I mean, this episode's gonna come out like 2 months after the fact, so it won't even matter. But so the Eagles didn't look like they sucked last week.
Yeah, I mean, you played probably the worst team in football. So take that in consideration. They move the ball very well. Jalen Hurts was making some passes that he was getting, kind of torch for, not being able to throw. Dallas Goedert heavily involved. Underneath the linebackers, not everything deep. So here's the thing, too, about football fans. Can you guys agree that most football fans are fucking stupid?
Well, they listen to Philly Sports Radio.
Oh, well, that's the worst. WIP is the worst ever. Sorry, I don't know if I can say that, but they suck. But you know what I'm saying? Like football fans, like we're all football fans, right? You couldn't tell me what a cover 2 shell defense with a 3-4 set. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but when you listen to WIP in the morning, like after a game that they lose, it's like people are throwing out these terms. I'm like, I don't think that these people know what these mean,
right?
And they're just tossing these things out because like they're trying to sound smart. And doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
I don't know where they find these callers. Like,
well, they'll watch ESPN or whatever, and it's just like, you don't have to be like super a savant on defensive coverages. You just see how well they move the ball, whatever. Like I'm saying, like I don't try and be smarter than I am. Just be real. You guys don't know these, like they're intricate play calls. Everyone's like, oh, fire Patullo. It's like run more slants, and it's like, oh, you didn't think of that. Like, come on, guys, you didn't fucking think.
Like this guy's an idiot. I'm sure if you stuck any of those people in a room with Patullo, they'd be like, they would leave that meeting going like, this guy's the smartest football mind I've ever met.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like different levels to it. Do you get invited out to games and stuff? Like, do the actual teams themselves support you?
No, so I haven't been on whatever list that they have.
Do they have lists like that?
Oh yeah. They have lists for Philly content creators.
Well, Chase was in the Saquon commercial.
Yeah, he's definitely on that list.
Chase is a little bit more, he's family rated, I guess.
But he's also Philly centric. Like, I'm not Philly centric. So when you see a lot of people like they'll do Philly specific stuff, bars, restaurants, whatever. I like to appeal to more of a mass audience.
Okay.
I want to be more global than just Philly. Yeah. Obviously, I'm located here, so a lot of my content will cover Philly stuff, or if I'm at the games, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But I'm not just going to be...
Is that how you foresee it going? Like, you're going to continue to grow and then just bring other people under the Sheffield Shuffler brand, or do you have a larger brand that you want to push?
There's a footprint that John Boy, Barstool, those guys have laid out, and it's not a science, but it's a formula that definitely works. And there's a hub, Barstool main page, and then you have your creators, and then you have your podcasts, and you have everything.
It's the same way with craft beer, that like there's space for other small creators to come in, where you can kind of spin up a brand as the same thing. People like the fact that it's local and small. Like people were supporting Barstool when they were small and growing, because they like that kind of like pirate ship mentality.
Exactly. Yes. So especially when it's hyper local, right?
Yeah,
like it's easier to jump on board for that. And then when you want to expand, it's a little bit different, because then you have to get the support of people everywhere, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you said you were at Wrigley. We talked a little bit outside. Like, you saw Big Cat, what he did, growing up. He was the Chicago guy.
Yeah.
Did he really have the support of like all of Chicago? Because everybody in the country, Big Cat's just as big as El Prez. Mm-hmm. And he was the Chicago guy. Like, in Chicago, was he like kind of the hero?
No, not at that point, because this was I left like Sheffield 2015, right before the Cubs won the World Series. So from like 2011 till 2015 was when I was on there, and that's not when
he was like
Barstool was huge. Yeah. It was more of a cult following. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, hey, who's in the city here. They're covering sports. And it was very new at that point. Everybody wasn't, everybody now is a media company, right?
Yeah.
This media, that media, everyone's a media company.
They also weren't the videos. So like they were doing blogging and stuff. So like I knew the name Big Cat, but I probably in 2013, I couldn't tell you what Big Cat looked like.
No. And they had a podcast, but again, that was like very small. Wasn't getting the reach that it does.
The same as this stuff is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, do you have I guess not underlings, but you have like smaller people.
Underlings, henchmen.
Henchmen?
You had some
But do you have like smaller people that you work with, or is it just you that like, are there people that you kind of like trying to bring up underneath of you, or?
I do everything by myself. So nobody else is involved in any of my Sheffield Shuffler stuff. I would like to grow because I can't do everything by myself.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, there's a blueprint for that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
but nobody works for free, and I wouldn't ask people to work for free. So if you need a producer to do all this stuff, like you need to build a team. You guys have a team.
Yeah,
right?
so before we got started, like, let's assemble the Power Rangers, then we'll figure out how
Right.
to do this.
Exactly. Who can bring what to the table?
Yeah.
Can you do this? Can you do this? All right. Are we all down for this mission that we can all try and grow this thing? You have to get everybody on board, right?
Yeah.
That's a thing. So
Yeah, you say like you went to improv school, you kind of understood some of this stuff. Like the four of us, like we all knew like little bits and pieces of this, and like kind of came together and like let's just all figure this shit out together.
Right.
It's gonna be easier that way.
yeah. I mean, if you have a vision, you have a goal, and you can get people on board, like that's your strongest asset.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Are you still selling the merch? I mean, you got
No.
the hat
Just
on
because
right
it.
now.
Yeah, I did have this. That one was easy. But I let that go a while ago just because,
Online sales is
bro, then you're dealing with packaging and you're dealing with
All this
returns and you're dealing
everything is
with
crazy.
UPS stickers and like, I mean, I had a dropship company, so like they took care of it, but
Yeah.
then people were like, I want to return this. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta spend all Tuesday trying to figure this out. And I mean, like, I'm not super intelligent. So I'm like, gotta figure this out, get emails, wait for them to get back. So I haven't done the merch, but that is another viable additional revenue piece.
Yeah.
That I'm sure you guys sell merch too, right?
No.
no. No.
That might be something that we could team up on. You know what I mean?
No, so I have online merch for my brewery, and when I first launched, it was like friends and family bought it, and it was just like, great, this is going to be like a nice little monthly income. And like, unless you have like an actual brick and mortar location, like nobody's buying merch online. It's like
Really?
when you're small, it's like you don't have like the economies of scale. So like either the shipping is expensive, so like either I'm eating that and it like cuts out the entire margin, or the customer like goes to check out and just like, here's an extra $8 on top of like the shirt that's already not at this margin sale, so it's like already slightly expensive,
Right.
and it wasn't worth it. Like, it's still available, but it's basically nothing to me. It's just there.
But I guess the thing with you guys is you have to be a fan of the beer in order to buy the merch. And in order to like the beer, you have to be local. So it's not like, because social media gives you such a large reach.
Yeah.
Even if you got reach in California and Vermont and whatever, they still don't have access to that because of distribution right now.
Definitely,
Right? So
yeah.
that's a big hindrance.
Yeah, I try to keep all my. So it's called Space Cadet beer. So like the hats are like these white hats that say Space Cadet.
Yeah, they're still
So
dope.
I'm
right?
hoping people. He had one out there. I'm trying to kind of hoping that like people like buy it just as like this is a funny hat. But, like you don't. Even if you didn't know my brewery, you just still buy the hat. Now that was kind of the idea that I didn't write brewery on it. That was I didn't want to like limit myself to that.
So when I was doing merch, I made a Jazz Chisholm shirt. Jazz Chisholm is.
Yeah, I know him, yeah.
Yes, he plays for the Yankees.
Yeah.
He used to play for the Marlins. And me and my brother drew a cool Jazz Chisholm shirt. And he was like, and he had his chains out. And I just ate the cost. And I was like, reached out to him, or I posted it. Like, hey, buy the Jazz Chisholm shirt. And he commented. He was like, yo, I need one. And then I DM'd him. I was like, bro, where should I send this? I'm sending you a couple. And he gave me the address for the Marlins facility. So I just bought a couple of them, different sizes, and like sent it to him. It went to the clubhouse. He wore it on TV, dude.
Damn.
He's warming up. I have the video. He's warming up wearing my shirt with my logo on TV, like MLB Network. I was watching it. And I sent it to my brother. I was like, Luke, holy shit, dude, he's wearing it on TV. And that was like a cool moment. But
Yeah.
like, that's the stuff like, hey, you take risks, you eat a little bit of cost, whatever. But if you try and get that in someone's hands, somebody wears it, coming down, whatever, and they get pictures, you're like, dude, that's my brand. They're wearing that. And then you can reply in the comments, yeah, for more, whatever. And like, that's free marketing.
Yeah, it's like a walking billboard. It's just it's a lot of infrastructure to kind of like get going, but I don't know. It's set up there. So like when I continue to grow, hopefully it starts to pick up.
Well, what's shipping look like when you're shipping alcohol? Like, could you
You don't
that-
ship out. Like you can do that, but like that's not really the play.
No, but I'm saying, like, if like you want to send one to an athlete, if you wanted to send a 6-pack
Yeah.
to the Phillies locker room, to Weston Wilson,
Yeah.
and you send hats and merch and all this stuff, like, can you send that in the mail?
Yes, you not. I think they changed. I think you can send it to USPS, but you can send it to like UPS or FedEx and stuff. You just have to like declare it. But you're shipping liquid. Like it's not. It's pretty expensive to ship. It's heavy. Like basically shipping weight to them.
Yeah.
So it's not the greatest thing. Like look, the last year we had on, like they met at a company that used to like ship beer directly to people's houses.
Okay.
Went out of business because it doesn't make sense to be shipping liquid to people.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the THC beverages, that's a big angle for that right now. Like people are, in PA, like the laws are kind of weird, but you can like do D2C and basically just online ship these drinks to people.
Okay.
A lot of the THC beverages right now are produced in PA and then shipped through Jersey. And the ones you see in Jersey shelves are basically produced in PA.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can sell those to like 30 states just through the mail. It's kind of funny. Like you can't ship a beer, but you can ship this.
Right.
It's like times have changed since we grew up.
Yeah. But it's equally as expensive, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just liquid. So it's like, it's very expensive right now, but I think it's such a novelty. People like don't care. They're like willing to pay an arm and a leg for that. Just to like, one, because they want it and it's odd, but also it's just like, did I just legally buy THC through USPS?
So can you send those to states that don't have?
I don't know all the specifics. I think that there's like 25 or 30 states that you can ship it to.
Okay.
But I'm trying to like learn it all. It's like drinking out of a fire hose right now because I didn't even realize this was like possible. And I know they're tired of hearing me about it. Like the last 3 people I'm like, did you know this? Like, we don't care.
Do you add the THC after it's like? I mean, it's not brewed, right? Because
I don't know.
Seltzer.
My guess is that they make the THC, they make the tea or like whatever the liquid is, and then in order to alcohol is different. Like alcohol is a perfect mixture where like if you put alcohol in any sort of liquid, it spreads out. So like basically the whole liquid is immediately the same ABV. Where I think the THC, they're either using some like new technology where like it spreads it out evenly, but I think what they do is like they'll make the can, and before the top is put on the can, they have like a little dripper that like drips in like like weed. So then like we're only putting in like because it's easier to measure like that. So then like, maybe it's not perfectly mixed up in there, but all together the can is exactly what they say it is.
Yeah.
They gave an example. We had somebody on the other day who's like an expert in that space. He gave an example of like if you ever made like weed brownies or like firecrackers.
Firecrackers, yes. Yeah.
You'll get a firecracker. One of your buddies is going to get one that will ruin you, and the other one's like, oh, I didn't feel anything.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think there's new technology where it spreads out more, but I still think they're doing like the individual can. But like, even though you have a can of Guinness,
it's got like, the nitro.
The nitro, and how they do that is they use liquid nitrogen, and they have like it goes through the canning line, and then they put it's not like they don't actually like gas it with nitrogen. They just drop liquid nitrogen into the can and put the top on real quick. So then it's able to like kind of like put the same amount of it in it.
Yeah. So. They should sell fireworks though. Do you remember making those? Or firecrackers? Yeah.
Cole outside does.
Yeah.
Cole used to make them for us.
Dude, in college, yeah, we would buy like an eighth or something. I don't know, like we would just break it down and then sprinkle it on like a Hershey's and peanut butter because it would absorb it. And then like the graham cracker, you put it in the oven. And I mean, it was still just like flour. Like it didn't like disintegrate. We were just like, oh, okay. But it seemed to work.
Bro science. It's just like your buddies tells you like, no, dude, the fat emulsifying agent. You're like, oh yeah, dude, I did it down after.
Yeah.
I've never been more brain dead from from anything else in my entire life besides a firecracker.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I won't do them anymore. Thanks, Cole.
We did a 6-foot bong one time, and that was probably the worst thing ever. 6-foot bong. It was Easter Sunday too.
Look at us now.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah, no, these are nice though. I think it's a nice option.
You say, have you ever worked with that guy? What's his name? Brett?
Brett Meyer.
Brett Myers.
I haven't, no. I've just seen him because of all their social media stuff. Yeah.
Because he's done some stuff, and something I want to talk through is like you work with Enterprise Sports, like you do a lot of collabs with them. I think CIL and Enterprise work together on some stuff because definitely some videos, or they sponsored some stuff. When Doug and Dan came on, they brought in the High Seas.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially a lot of companies here want to get involved with local people who are making content around in their field or area or whatever. So it makes sense, right? Like Crooked Tea, I've done work with like Crooked Tea. Brandon Graham is, part owner.
Yeah, we're trying to get them on, and then he unretired. We reaching out to them because I do the same distributor as them. And actually the founder's from Jersey.
Okay.
Bali tea?
Bali. Like the drink?
The iced tea that you see on like Wawa and stuff?
It's iced tea?
Like just Bali, like juice or something?
Yeah, it's like
so the founder started that, sold it for like $1 billion, and then him and his son started Crooked Tea.
Okay.
And brought Brandon Graham on.
Okay. They brought on Tiki Barber too. They're big in
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they signed a deal with
I think they're in the stadium, right?
Yeah.
And
they do stuff with Trae Young right now too, I've seen.
Okay, and he's in Atlanta?
Yeah.
For the Hawks? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to go like up and down the East Coast.
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess I get it, but yeah.
How often you hit up local brands trying to like collaborate with you on stuff?
Once in a while.
You're not like a food influencer. I feel like a lot of the food influencers are kind of like the more polished people that like corporate brands try to hit up.
Well, if you're looking at like a drink brand or cheesesteak place or whatever, like that would make sense, right?
Yeah.
They're reviewing food and stuff like that. So that would make sense.
But you have the sports gambling sites, right?
Yeah, sports gambling, fanatics, like anything in the sports space, I would cover. So a lot of sports books and then sports betting apps that'll give you like information and data. So like I like stats, like data and nerd shit, because I can prove to you that you're wrong by whatever you say. Because be like, the Titans have a good defensive front. No, they don't. They are 28th in pass rushing. They're 29th in QB rushes. So that's why I like that shit, because I can prove you wrong. So
yeah. So the site you're working for now, is that a book or is that?
They're just like a sports betting brand. They sell
like
picks.
AI stuff, right? Like they like do
No.
picks for people. No.
No, they have like their own picks. They have data that they sell as well. I work with some sports books like ProfitX, and then like the sports data companies, as well. So like, yeah, if you're talking about sports, look at like Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn's not into sports. He's sponsored by DraftKings, right?
Yeah, everyone
look
that's
for
anybody on the internet is sponsored by DraftKings.
Yeah, it's just about having attention. That's all social media is. Can you garner attention or can't you? It doesn't matter what you're talking about. And if a brand aligns with you in any kind of way, they're gonna be like, dude, that guy gets attention. Let's work together.
Yeah. It makes sense.
See if we can influence your followers, right?
Yeah, it also makes sense with your brand. I mean, I think like hot takes. Like you come on right immediately after a game, or like you're talking about like some current event, and you're just like, here's my take on this.
Yeah, like I don't say like hot takes. I'll give you takes, but I'll also give you information as to why I believe it. Like it's not like clickbait shit. You know what I mean? Like I believe everything that I say, and I'll back it up with data and facts or whatever. But yeah,
no, it does make sense. Like all your stuff, I'm like reading, like this is very informative. It's not just like it's produced well and it's funny. Like this is actually good sports takes.
Right, yeah. And there's like a content mix, right? There's funny stuff, there's informative stuff, there's off the wall stuff. So I like to base my content mix off of Jackass. Do you remember the producer of Jackass? What his name was?
Spike Jones?
No, he was on it, but the producer, Jack Tremaine.
Yeah, Jeff Tremaine, yeah.
Jeff Tremaine. So he had like not a content mix, but like at the time, it was like how they would release their show, right? So if you watch Jackass, it might open up with Steve-O breaking his elbow, right? Intense, crazy stuff. Then it would be Preston getting chased in a diaper by Wee Man, right? That's more like heartfelt, funny, lighthearted stuff. And then the next one would be like, Johnny Knoxville eating a cockroach or something. Anyway, it's a long way of saying like the content mix of like funny, stupid, debauchery stuff followed with like there's heartfelt, wholesome stuff. Yeah, mixed in with
you need
sports
a range of emotions.
stuff, with the sports betting stuff, with the skits. So like it all kind of weaves together. So there's like lighthearted stuff, but then gross, breaking in, fights at games and stuff like that. So I really like that idea. When I heard Jeff Tremaine talk about that, I'm like, I love how that kind of works.
It's so funny when you watch it. It's like, this is the stupidest thing ever, but there's a little bit of science behind it.
Sure, yeah.
Jackass 3 was the funniest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I love that.
Or, yeah, if you get like gross, stupid stuff, fighting, but then there's also like a wholesome video in there or like a motivational thing. You're like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I like to do motivational stuff on like Mondays and Fridays. You know what I mean? Like, so
When you're feeling like you need that.
yeah, well, I think it's just like a good day to put out, motivational stuff or whatever, even if it's just on your story, just, stuff to like relate to. Be like, yo, let's fucking do it this week,
Would you ever want to partner with like Fox Sports? I mean, even Fox Sports and like some of the ESPN. Yeah, I mean, ESPN is still like kind of iffy, but some of these larger sports broadcasting networks are starting to do more like real talk sports radio. Would you ever like think about trying to lean into that?
I think all those companies are really leaning into former athletes.
Okay.
You've seen every podcast, everybody coming on. If you didn't play professionally, you're not really getting on. Those bigger companies, ESPNs, all those things would never hire me. I'm more raw and authentic, and I like that. I'm not going to be PC. Like, you guys have heard me talk.
Yeah.
It's just how I am. But that's what people crave, and that's what's going to sell, as opposed to like, welcome from NBC. Like, that's PC bullshit. Like, it's cookie cutter fed to you.
How do you feel about Pat McAfee?
He's cool. I mean,
he's a little bit different. He's still, everyone says like, oh, he's like so crazy for ESPN. I'm like, yeah, but he still seems like a very normal person.
I mean, he's more buttoned up than most of my friends.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, he's not that crazy. I mean,
yeah, but he stands up when he talks. I'm like, all right.
But I mean, that's for like ESPN standards.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's real. He's authentic, and that's what people like. Like, I'm just a regular dude. I don't try and pretend like I'm somebody else. Live from Fox, it's like, I don't want to watch that. I want to watch this guy who's screaming about the bullpen that just blew a 2-run lead.
Yeah. Do you make content like in the stadiums? Like, do you go there?
Sometimes, yeah. It's kind of weird. The connection sucks.
Okay.
And I don't know how much you're going to get. I'll do one. I went to like an elimination game for the Phillies in the postseason, and they grounded out. It was over. So I did like a reaction video because I'm like, there's the out, turn to me, and like, because it's like, that's like the best thing that you could get at the time.
The Phillies this year were so sad. It was just.
Yeah. They were one of the best teams during the regular season. 96 wins. Like,
and it was just not even dramatic. It was just like, all right, it's over.
I mean, you ran into the guys that won the World Series.
Yeah.
Right? You didn't get blown out in every game. You blew them out in game 3, which was awesome. So, I mean, if there wasn't divisions, that could have easily been the World Series. 100%. That could have went 7 games.
Yeah.
Very easily. But until you get production in your lineup, it doesn't matter how good your bullpen is, your starting pitching. And that's kind of bullshit that people blame Kirkring for that. I'll be honest with you. I'll give you an example. If I put this glass on the ledge right here, and then my daughter walks by and knocks that over, whose fault is that? It's my fault.
Yeah.
I put you in that situation.
It's a bad position.
So,
there's so many things that led up for that position to happen. One error. It's not just his fault.
you scored 1 run in 11 innings. That's your fault. Like,
Yeah.
You scored 1 run in 11 innings. This guy comes in a dirty inning. There's guys on base who he's historically not good with guys on base. And then that happens. You put him in a bad situation. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
So, but I love Red October. I'm born in October. Halloween's my favorite holiday. Love sweaters, scarves. Like, I'm a spooky boy.
weather guy?
Yeah. I mean, when you're fat, it's cold weather, dude. You're like a polar bear. But spooky season, my favorite. So when it's Red October, yeah, like that's when I'm feeling really good.
Have you ever had, I mean, obviously there's the internet trolls, but have you ever had like someone that you're talking about or like an athlete reach out to you to be like, yeah, what the fuck is this?
No. Just the opposite.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't say I'm friends with, but like I'm very friendly with like players.
Cool.
You know what I mean? Like they'll see my stuff on social media or they'll message me, whatever. Like just little things. Like
They definitely see it, like
Yeah.
as a athlete, like you can't say it, you're looking at the media, but they definitely have to see it.
Right. And I go to a lot of events. Like card shows, right? Where like pitchers will come and do signings and stuff like that. And I'll have access. So like, I'm like, hey, yo, can I interview you real quick? Talk to them, whatever, exchange social medias. So a lot of them are friendly with me. They've been on my podcast, which has been super nice. Weston Wilson, Matt Strom, Stubbs is awesome. So like a lot of the Phillies guys like are cool.
And what your podcast is Chef's
Kiss. Yeah, dude. But like I can't do it every day. So like I'm not a yapper, right? Like I can't set the camera up and talk for 23 minutes by myself.
Dude, you have a lot more energy than me. I cannot, if I can for the light, well, I am trying to put out more content of like for Space Cadet where like I'm doing kind of what you're doing with like these short form things.
Yeah.
And for me, it's so uncomfortable. But I could do this all day.
Right, because you have people bouncing ideas off of you talking to. It's a flow, it's conversation. Yeah. Like, yeah, you have to write a script or an idea and then film it and then not look like you're like, welcome, right? You know what I mean? Like, you're like, all right, I gotta be natural. Yeah. Gotta be natural. And yeah, you might have to do that a couple times. Like the TikToks I do, I'll do a lot of like lip syncing stuff. Bro, I'll record that 46 times.
Oh, wow.
Don't give a shit because I want it to be perfect.
Yeah.
I can't stand when I see people and they're just like off. And I'm just like, you could have re-recorded that. You could have re-recorded that.
Yeah, you edited that and you're like, it's fucked up. But they're like, I don't care. Like, I know you saw that it wasn't right.
Right. But they have double D's and they're going to get them right views. You know what I mean? But that's where I take pride in. It's like people follow me definitely not for my looks. It's for my content. So they must like what I do. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm not an OnlyFans model, so they must like the stuff.
How'd you get connected with Enterprise and I guess like Chase and you even did? You've done some stuff with Not Pizza. I've had
You guys know them?
Oh yeah, we've had Luke and Chris on as well,
dude. Yeah, super nice guys, and they're very good at social media too.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He's got the hair, but like he puts the suit on and stuff.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah. You just got to find your brand voice and then make shit like that. We did not a commercial, but like a social media thing on the beach.
Yep.
So fun, dude. Those guys are so cool.
They're really talented. So Not Pizza is like a spin-off. I think it's like kind of partially owned by like some of the people from Sly Fox.
Okay.
So like they have this professional background of like, you know, they knew how to run, you know, a beverage company. Mm-hmm. And then they brought Luke and Chris on that are like, you know, just crush social media, and then they're like the face of the brand, and then like they're doing all the sales, social media, and kind of like, you know, putting it out in front of people with all like this like professional support background behind it. So it's like it's growing really quickly.
Yeah, you get a lot of credit just for having,
and all the local brands love it because they're like, oh shit, this person, this like influencer came in and is just like it's highlighting my business. They do a lot of like very like collaborative work that you know a lot of other brands are not doing.
Yeah, it's crazy how you meet some people, just like connections of connections. That's why like I am always like try to be nice. I'm very nice, personable. Everybody can work together. There's enough pieces to the pie where everybody can eat. Some people don't believe that. That's fine. But like, I'm always nice to people. Chase hooks me up with stuff. I hook him up with stuff. Same thing with Doug. We go to events, like we'll get credentials. So it's like, yo, let's interview these people. I know how to edit. I know I got a nice camera. Let's get some nice footage. Let's get a sponsorship from TickPick. We'll sell these deliverables to them. So now it's like, we're going for free. You know what I mean? So like, that's always the goal. It's like, if you can get the hard part with credentials, these brands want interviews with athletes and performers. So, okay, let's sell them 6 deliverables, X amount of dollars that covers this. Now we're going for free.
Yeah.
So that's like how I look at it from like a business standpoint, is like taking something that's valuable, turning that into money.
Yeah.
Why'd you pick Shiner?
Just because it was a holiday beer. And if I was going to crush like 6 of them, I didn't want to bring a Fuego. Fuegos are nice, but sometimes, you know, if you drink too much, it like clenches up in the back of your jaw. You know what I'm talking about? It gets like a...
Because you're from Jersey, right? So you're right by Tonewood?
I live, probably 20 minutes from Oakland and Barrington, right? Where the other one is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not far. But honestly, I just go to like Chickies and Pete's, go to Dooney's, and they carry all of them.
I just met Pete, young Pete, the owner's son, who's now going to be the next owner of Chickies and Pete's. I went to their holiday party last week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
How was that?
It was fun, but it was like cool to be. That was like my first time like getting involved with like a large Philly brand like that, where it's like, you know, this is like everyone knows what Chickies and Pete's is,
right? Yeah.
So it was like it was like an ugly sweater party or something that they had.
Open bar.
Well, I was serving the beer, so it was
Oh,
more for other people.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, just not for me.
Did you see anybody there?
No, it was just like customers and stuff. It wasn't like stuff. But it like they have professional athletes that come there. So
Right.
We were just at, I was just at the garage release of Rasheed Wallace's beer, and that was really cool. So
Rasheed Wallace has his own brewery.
beer. So
Well, his own beer. He sells it through Shipwreck.
Ship Bottom.
Ship Bottom.
It's his own like libation company. So
It's 215 Libations. It's like I'm assuming that's like it's just a marketing company that like they like
Push
license
product,
out like
yeah.
their name
Okay.
to this brewery.
And he has a beer.
yeah, he has 2 beers.
Rasheed Wallace is a big craft beer guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's from Philly, So like, so I used to work at Victory, and he used to come into Victory all the time. Apparently, like,
Really? Actually?
he used to like Conshohocken Brewing and Wissahickon Brewing all the time.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I was learning a little bit. Yeah, I was learning a little bit because he played out in Portland, and Portland has a huge beer scene.
Okay.
So that's kind of how he got into it, which is really cool. But he had his own lunch party for.
And this was at Garage, like a bar, right?
Pottstown.
Yeah.
Do you get invited out to events a lot?
Not so much.
That's surprising, actually.
It's right before Christmas right now, and like I'm looking like all these influencers getting invited to like the same events, and so most of the
Yeah.
food influencers
Yeah.
get invited to like the magazine events of just like or like the local,
Were you invited to the Governor's Ball?
No, but Doug invited me to go.
That's cool.
Like I said, I'm not on like the Philly list. I don't know if I don't do like enough Philly content, but I'm not super upset. Like I just want to get involved with the Phillies. That's
Yeah.
fine. Like the Eagles, like there's like 100 guys that make.
It's like if you just stay on that, like eventually you're gonna become bigger than everybody else.
Well, like I like talking baseball. I like giving stuff on the Phillies. So like, yeah, if you don't want to listen to WIP and you want to listen to another fan talk about it, I have a ton of stuff you could listen to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to get affiliated with the Phillies. Like Eagles are cool, but there's like 100 content
So
creators,
many.
and they're so
Yeah.
territorial. They're like, I'm the Eagles guy, and you're like, all right, dude, we
get it.
Like, you could be the Eagles guy. That's fine. There's 50 other guys that are doing the same thing, which is fine. But yeah,
Also, baseball is a little bit further behind. As far as social media goes, it's like it's always kind of playing second fiddle. It's like it always feels like the first mover is always just football.
yeah. Well, baseball's more regional. You know what I mean? Like Cincinnati, Miami, they're not going to have as big of a baseball following as a Philadelphia, Chicago, because it's very regional, right? Football is king. Yeah. So there's obviously a lot more emphasis, marketing dollars that go into that. But yeah, I just want to talk baseball, talk Phillies.
What about do like the betting accounts? Do they try to like tell you like more football or more?
No, not so much. It's just whatever's in season,
Okay.
honestly. Baseball is very hard to bet on. I don't know if you've ever bet on baseball, but there's such a high variance. In
The
everything.
only thing I've ever done in baseball is like the no run first inning,
Oh, the Nerfies. Yeah.
and that's just like
It's a degenerate play, right?
Yeah,
So you're like,
you find out
yes or no, and you're always saying no, right?
yeah.
Even though statistically it's the best part of your lineup, so you should be betting yes.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
First inning, everyone's like, no run first inning. I'm like, it's the top of your lineup. You want to bet and it's always more money, or sometimes. But
Yeah, they always entice you to start betting because then you'll bet again. Is
right,
the idea.
exactly. Yeah, minus 135, no run first inning, just bomb.
Do you do gambling stuff or is it just sports betting?
No, I do gambling stuff. Yeah.
Do any of the local casinos contact you? Like, is it the local books or is it just like online books?
You know what's getting really big is the prediction marketplace. That's the
college
future.
markets.
That's
and
the
what's the
future.
new one? Koshani?
Kalshi.
Kolshi.
Yeah. Very close.
That one's that's crazy. It does piss me off. They have so many AI videos that are sponsored right now. And I'm just like, I like AI videos piss me off.
Yeah.
In general. So
They're just like, you can bet anywhere. Right? Yeah. And it's like, this guy's got like 6 fingers. Yeah. That's weird. But
Catch the ball.
that's the future though, because you're not betting against the house. You're betting against peer to peer. So it's less juice. You're paying less of a vig, and then they take the smaller percentage, and they don't care who wins.
Yeah.
And you get more money, and you lose less money. So That's the
Is
future.
that how it works? You have to have somebody else that matches it.
Yeah, peer to peer. So someone will match it on the other side. So there'll be like a liquidity in the account. So say the Eagles were minus 7.5 against the Raiders, or maybe they were minus 12.5, I believe. So there's going to be all these people that bet on that, and then all the people on the other side. So it'll show you how much money is in this pot that you could take up to, and then you can bet that or less than, and then it's fulfilled. You know what I mean?
But you can bet at that site specifically, like you can bet on anything, right? Like,
Yes.
How the fuck does that work?
Yeah, just prediction market. So it's
Dude, I don't know how they're gonna like sports gambling now. You're like Terry Rozier's like all these players are just getting kicked out of the league because like they're getting like wrapped up in this shit. But sports gambling has been illegal and hard and like has these restrictions on it. Like these other markets of like obviously politics is strict, whatever you want to say about like there's other things you can bet on that are not used to like the rigors of like anti-gambling around it.
sure.
Like that's gonna be very weird when like
But isn't the stock market the same thing?
100%
Could also be manipulated, and there's also insiders that know
like
what's
the whole
going on.
Robin Hood thing was like that didn't make any sense either with the
Yeah, or just Nancy Pelosi. I mean, like, if you see how much you're getting paid and how much you're worth, like, it's the same thing. It's a market with money being traded, and if there's inside information, you're going to benefit or not.
Yeah, it's funny. You like you said, like you can like bet with Nancy Pelosi on the stock exchange. You should be able to like bet with Terry Rozier.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem there is like the markets that are so available, you can bet on a guy on the bench over or under 1.5 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, if I'm not getting playing time, like, bet my under. I'm not scoring tonight,
Yeah.
It's 17 minutes and no buckets, and he's just like, he made his buddy however much money because those markets are available. You know what I mean? It's not just like the whole thing where it's like, I need the Eagles to win by 13. It's these prop bets.
Yeah.
Are they going to crack down on prop bets a little bit?
Yeah. So now there was a pitching scandal with Emmanuel Clase, and he's the closer of the Cleveland Guardians. Did you hear about this?
No.
So there's micro bets which are available where you can pitch on or bet on whether the first pitch, ball or strike, in play, hit by batter. So these are little micro bets
That like
you can bet that.
you can't pick up because you can't even be like he gave up a run. It's just like it's one pitch.
One pitch.
Did he throw a
in
ball?
the fourth inning? You choose the inning.
Yeah.
So that's how far you can get into baseball. What he did was I'm in the whatever inning I'm coming in. My first pitch is a ball, and he bet on those. And those sports books get notified. They're all run by algorithms. There's an irregular amount of money being put on a ball on the first pitch in the fourth inning. That's alarming. So then they would look at that and they'd be like, okay. And you look at his first pitch and he threw it 30 feet in the dirt. And you're like, that's a little, and then you find connections. So those micro bets, that's what got him in trouble.
Yeah.
Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase, both pitchers for the Guardians. So they were throwing balls on purpose and then collecting.
Did this already happen? Like did they?
Oh,
kick
yeah.
the league and everything.
Oh, there's suspended. They're going through court proceedings right now.
Damn. It's crazy like the FBI is involved with it too because it's like a legal thing.
Yeah, Cash Patel, dude. Ready to get on camera. Yeah, but I mean, you allow these markets and, you find people that can flip a quick $5,000. I've seen people do a lot worse for a lot less. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, you are making millions, but if your boys can make a couple G's, you're like,
Yeah, it's like the new market. It's just like everyone's kind of figuring out, how exactly it's supposed to be run.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be cheating scandals anytime money's being moved around, right? Stocks,
Yeah, if it wasn't this, it'd be some other cheating thing.
right?
Yeah.
Alcohol, right? During Prohibition,
Yeah.
same kind of stuff.
That's what we're talking about with the THC is like alcohol has been through this. We know how to
Right.
not cheat. Let's just handle the THC stuff.
But alcohol gets a better rap than marijuana does.
Yes, but that's why they're saying like even the THC companies are like trying to jump into boat with the alcohol brands, basically like to give them legitimacy. Like we'll give you the rights, just like let us kind of be a part of this.
Right, exactly. Because alcohol has a much better reputation than marijuana for no good reason. Alcohol is the most dangerous drug.
Well, it's not. The thing is, it's just not regulated. So it's like it's hard to. It's like the gray area that people don't know. Like when there's hard numbers, I think that's like when people feel more comfortable with stuff.
I just think marijuana, when you say that, anybody that's older, or is just so against it.
I mean, it's been
marijuana.
illegal, and like the war, they grew up in the war on drugs.
Right,
you know?
exactly. But I've never seen somebody get stoned and beat their wife. People have gotten drunk and done a lot of bad things. So yeah, alcohol is moderation, right?
Yes.
But not Space Cadet. It would never have you do that.
Definitely. We don't explore that path.
Yeah.
But nice. So like, what are you just? Do you have plans? Like, I mean, I know you have the website. Is the website new?
No, it's been around for a while, but I can
Like writing?
Yeah, but not if I don't have the time.
Yeah.
To write articles,
Takes up so much more time.
put on my website, go through my WordPress that I am not savvy on.
Yeah.
To get what? A couple clips on my website. I have like an ongoing number. It's at like 64 cents, dude. You know how many clicks you got to get through to a website to get a lot of money?
This is what I had the brain fart before. This is what I wanted you to ask you. So you're on obviously Instagram,
Yes.
and then you have a shitload of followers on Threads. I don't know many people that have many more followers than you on Threads. It's
Really?
crazy, yeah. And then you're not really much on Twitter or
I try to talk on Twitter, but I don't know if I'm witty enough.
because Twitter's just like all text. Like you can't post videos to Twitter, right?
Sometimes I do.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Twitter's all text, dude. You got to be on there quick. People are on there with the games. I'm like, I'm trying to watch Ball and Strike, and they're like, he flies out to left field. This guy sucks. And I'm just like, yeah, it's hard to be. Twitter's like a newspaper. I just treat it like a newspaper. What's going on?
Yeah. But Threads, do you like Threads?
It's
You just repost the stuff from Instagram? Or
yeah, it's just connected to my Instagram. So like all my posts go out on that. And then you can obviously like text stuff on there, but all my posts go out to there. Yeah.
Got it. Do you do Facebook stuff?
I set up Facebook and it just like posts straight to it from my Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't have
Facebook groups are like some weird thing where like, I think where like a lot of people think of them like as like old people stuff.
Yeah.
But like I think the last couple of years Facebook is like kind of coming around. Like I don't know if that's just because like I'm getting older and I'm getting more into the Facebook crowd, or if it's just like Facebook is like, Zuck and Meta is like starting to like put more attention on Facebook instead of Instagram.
it just goes for my following. Like everybody I have on Facebook everybody I have on Facebook is people from high school. I don't give a fuck what you're doing, dude. I'm not going on Facebook. It's like, oh, I worked with you at Circuit City 17 years ago. I don't fucking care. So I don't mess with it, but I have it set up to post on there because you can make money on there.
Yeah.
To hit like 10,000 followers and something like that. So that's what I'm working towards because it's another revenue stream.
Yeah.
But I don't go on Facebook to like, Facebook is an old place, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Everybody's like, dude, you know what's the worst though? LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the worst.
I'm on LinkedIn all the
Are you, dude? They're
I
like,
have to be.
I am humble and so thrilled that I am the new chief operating officer of supervision. I'm just like, dude, you guys, come on, man. You've seen it, right?
Oh yeah, it's everywhere.
It's just they're just stroking each other. I'm so proud of you, David. It's like, what?
I think the one thing with LinkedIn though is everyone talks like that, but if you just go in there talking like us, then it's like everyone's like, what the hell is this?
Right.
You're so much different that it's like you have the possibility to like almost like blow up on LinkedIn, and like, we haven't, so maybe I'm definitely wrong.
That's
But,
a
like,
crazy
you
flex,
are much
right?
different than everybody else. So like
Yeah.
you just be like, we don't have normal job. I'm my own boss. Like I sell alcohol for a living. Like,
Right.
who do I care if like we say some stupid shit on the podcast? Like I'm just trying to get attention.
Right.
Like it kind of is, nobody else is talking like us on Instagram
Right.
or on
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
It's a crazy flex, right? Yo, I'm pretty big down LinkedIn.
for us, like
get the LinkedIn verified.
Oh, yeah.
it's really cool because I've connected with beer people. Because what I'm trying to do is like I want our brand to be a national brand too.
Yeah.
Localized but national. So I've gotten a lot of attention from people just nationally, just talking about stuff that everything's like Gen Z based.
Right.
Right now in beer, you want to talk about Gen Z. I am Gen Z. So I want to be that advocate for that. and nobody's talking about that. So when I can talk about that on LinkedIn, that's a new thing. It's pretty much like it's an open market.
Right.
So having people from all around the country being able to possibly see that.
Yeah, we do get like a lot of out of market people on LinkedIn, but again, it's like definitely more like people aren't jumping in there like saying crazy comments on there.
Yes. Yeah.
What's your like age range? You think? Are you doing like Gen Z stuff? I mean, you're on Instagram. But
Old white guys.
Old white guys.
That's right, dude. Oh yeah, I mean, 33% of my following is 25 to 35. So older white men.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a baseball crowd.
Yeah.
See who watches baseball. I'm 37. I'm older. I'm white. That's who watches baseball. Yeah. So most of my crowd is my age. Don't get too many younger, older ones. It's like a bell curve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll like kind of grow into it. You know, like I didn't like.
I can't understand half the things Gen Z says. Bet. What's the other one? Type shit. Type shit. What the fuck is type shit? Like, oh yeah, type shit. Type shit. Bet. I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah,
Nor would I talk like
it's just like TikTok like reactions, but they talk like that in real life.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah, but like their lives are too fast. Like they're just going to the bars all the time, like get drunk and waste all the time. It's like once they get out of college and they slow down, like that's when people start getting into baseball. Not like like
right.
you know, baseball's too slow for you to be watching when you're in college.
Yes. Yeah. They look at some World War II documentaries and oh man.
Yeah.
General Patton was pretty cool. Yeah. Slow down.
Like you need to like wait until you have a normal like baseball is you have a normal job, 9 to 5 job, you get home from work, you drink a beer and watch baseball. Like
Right.
young
Yeah.
people are not in the age where they can slow down and just sit there and watch baseball for 3
Yeah.
hours.
A Tuesday in July, they're busy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm watching the Phillies versus the Marlins.
Yeah.
I look forward to it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you need something to look forward to. When you're that young, you don't need to be listening to baseball or watching it.
Do you think you having kids, you're almost like stuck at home more now?
Oh, yeah.
So are you watching like more baseball? Like I feel like you have even more content now because
No, it's always the same. Just because the games are on like 7:15, kids are going to bed, and then I'm watching it.
Got it.
Yeah, so it's a good thing they're going to bed before it, and then we just watch the Phillies.
Nice.
My wife has gotten more into baseball a lot because I have it on every night.
Did she watch it before?
No, not so much. But now, yeah, she loves it because you got to just get them invested.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh, and a lot of baseball is the storyline behind it. Like,
Yeah.
there's been like, I didn't watch a lot of baseball this year, but like, there's like probably 4 or 5 years where I'm like, I've watched like 100 of the games.
Yeah.
And like, once you get into it, you get into the storylines, like the streaks that people are going on, and like, then you get like much more intrigued.
Oh, yeah. Or just like even like, oh, they're playing the Pirates. Paul Skeens pitching. It's Libby Dunn's boyfriend. And they're like, oh, really? Like, yeah, he's pretty good. And he might win Cy Young. Like, he's pretty good. And then that's how you get him invested. Because now they're all dating each other. You know, like Braxton Berrios and Alex Earl, you know? All these athletes are dating.
Do you watch Dancing with the Stars? I do not, but over Thanksgiving, my in-laws were there, and they love Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
And, I haven't watched Dance with the Stars since I was like, I don't know, 14 years old. But I don't know, Alex Earl was very good at dancing.
Yeah. I didn't watch it, but it was on every Tuesday night in the background because my wife's watching it. So yeah, I did see some of it. And I'm not a good judge at dancing. So, but some of them were cool. I was happy for Owen. The guy who won. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's so much drama on it. My wife got me invested, right? So
It's all just made up drama, but
yeah, it was like a text message, and they were like, "Oh, Zac Efron's there because his brother and all
yeah.
this shit."
So we just watched the finals, but the people in the finals was like Steve Irwin Jr. and Alex Earl. I'm like,
Yeah.
we were like much. They're impressively good at dancing. Like they're famous people, but they're like professional dancers.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would think, I guess Alex Earl would be decent at dancing. I wouldn't have guessed Robert Irwin, but there was also that actor too.
Is
He
that
was an elf. What's his name? He's the older guy. He was in Drew Carey show, maybe.
I don't know. I literally watched the final. I wasn't paying attention that much.
Knocked
But,
out like a round before.
Nice. All right. I mean, what else do you have going on? It's just like, are you just like living in the throes of whatever sports season's going on?
Yeah. I mean, I sit in my office, I watch MLB Network, making sports videos, anything I think that's interesting, funny, relative, or relatable. That's pretty much my everyday from 9 to 3 o'clock.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So where can we find you? Just Sheffield Shuffler everywhere?
Everything, yeah.
Sheffield Shuffler, everything. Go on. Are you selling merch or is that paused?
No, not yet.
All right.
I need someone to work on it for me.
We'll find somebody.
Yeah, if you wanna-
We'll find somebody. Cool. Well, thank you for coming on. This was fun. It's nice to meet you in person. Like, I've been following your stuff forever.
Appreciate it, boys.
Very fun. But yeah, it was a good time. And then you can find us at Brewdad, at the Brewdad Podcast, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, 5-star Spotify. Sweet.
And Apple Podcast. Cool. Let's go.